Hey guys, what's up? It's Nick here, and in this video I'm going to give you some editing tips for using ScreenFlow on your Mac. So if you make screencast tutorials like I do and you use ScreenFlow for the Mac, I'm going to show you some cool tips that are going to show you how to enhance your ScreenFlow videos and make your videos a little bit more better with the ScreenFlow editor. So in this video I'm going to cover the zoom in pan effects, reflections, picture-in-picture, and callouts. So anyway, I'm also going to tell you guys how to add in a watermark, but that's also going to be part of the picture-in-picture effect. So I'm going to go ahead and fade my webcam out here so I can go ahead and show you guys. So anyway, let's go ahead and open up ScreenFlow. So make sure you have your new recording any way you want to. And so the first thing I'm going to show you guys is the basic zoom in. So let's say I want to go ahead and zoom in on my dock. So what I would do is I'd go here into the video properties, and let's say I want to make my zoom in around here 2 seconds. So in order to zoom in, I'm going to go ahead and click Add Video Action, and as you notice, it comes up to this little yellow thing right here, and that means that it's going to add like a little transition. So here would be normal, and here it would be zoomed in. So let's go ahead and zoom in. So to zoom in, we go over here and grab this thing that says Scale, and we drag it up to whatever you want to. I'm going to go ahead and zoom in around 225% because I want to get a close up of my dock down here. And so that's the zoom in. So if I go over here and play it, it'll start out normal, and then it will zoom into the dock. So as you notice, it starts out normal, and then it zooms into the dock. So now what if I want to make my video more enhanced? Like, let's say I have it zoomed out a lot, like not 100%. So let's say I have my video zoomed out like this. Now that doesn't actually look really good like this. So if you want it to look a little better, you go down here and add a reflection. If I add a reflection, and it actually looks pretty good. As you notice, it's reflected. Now let's say we want to go ahead and enhance our zoom in pan with a reflection. So let's say we want to start out here and then zoom in on our dock again. So I'm going to go ahead, select my clip, and I'm going to zoom in to the dock, and then there's my reflection. And so let's say we want to enhance the look of the dock. So I told you how to zoom in and zoom out, so let me just go back to 100% here. So now that I told you how to zoom in and zoom out, I'm going to show you guys what the X rotation, Y rotation, and Z rotation does. So the X rotation, if we move that, it will move the video up here. So let's say I want to go ahead and use that video action. So it'll start right here. We press play. The screen tilts up. Now let's say we want to go ahead and the Y rotation is just moving it to the side like this. So what I find if I want to get a close-up of my dock like before is what we do is we zoom in, then we get a really good Y rotation of the dock right here. And so if I want to show you guys something in my dock, I'll either use this or I'll use a call out. So let's go ahead and go ahead and set that stuff back to 0 and to 100. So now I'm going to show you guys the Z rotation, which is just basically tilting the thing up like here. So let's say I want to go ahead and change that video action to zoom in on the dock and zoom in completely differently. So I'm going to change the X rotation so it's up a little bit like that. I'm going to change the Y rotation so it's over to the side like that. And the Z rotation so it's up like that. And I also added a reflection to make it look a little nicer. And so it's going to start out like this, and let's go ahead and see what we made. So it starts out like that, and as you notice, it tilts up, and it's going out forward, and it has reflection. So anyway, that's what the X rotation, Y rotation, and Z rotation does. And if you are thinking about doing something like picture-in-picture, I would really suggest that you do the reflection. The reflection makes everything look so much nicer, and I really suggest the reflection if you guys are going to do this. So let's go ahead and set everything back to 0, and let's set the thing back to 100. So let's just grab that and drag it over here. And so now that I showed you that, I'm going to show you the quick tip that I use to zoom in on my mouse pointer. So let's say I want to go ahead and add a call out now. So anyway, zooming in on the mouse pointer is adding a call out. So in order to add a call out, you go over here and click on the arrow up here, and then you select your screen recording and you click on add call out. Then once that comes up, you'll notice that there's a little call out on the screen here. Here we have the option to just highlight either the mouse cursor or the foreground window. I'm going to keep the mouse cursor highlighted, and now I'm going to go ahead and do this thing here to zoom in. So as you notice, the mouse pointer has zoomed in, and if you wanted to cover more area, you go over here and drag the border, so it's like that. And what I like to do with the callouts is I like to add the outline to 1. You can go over here and make the outline as thick as you want, but I always like just keeping my outline at 1 to make it simple. And I like to lower the opacity, so you see a clear background, and you only have the callout here. I don't actually like using the opacity. I like just highlighting it with the zoom in and bubble, and then I like to use the outline. So let's show you. So I click play, and it just opens up a callout and it zooms in on the screen. And the callout can move. It moves with your mouse pointer. So anyway, that's adding callouts. And now I'm going to show you how to add a picture-in-picture. So what we want to do is we want to have a picture-in-picture ready. So I'm going to use my screenflow icon over here. So what we do is we go into the media bin right here and click on Add Media. And I'm going to go ahead and add in the screenflow icon. And what we do is we drag it into the timeline. And if you want it to be above everything, you make it and drag it above everything. But if you want it to be a background image, then you drag it down below. So I'm going to go here and I'm going to resize it to about 15% around here. And so let's say I want to keep it in the middle of the screen right there. Now if we want to just have it popped out, we want to make it look nicer by adding a reflection. You see there's a reflection, and I think I'm also going to go ahead and add a little bit of an X rotation, or nah, I'll just keep it in like that. So you notice that picture-in-picture effect looks pretty nice, pretty decent. It's better than just having a plain picture pop out of nowhere. It has the reflection. And also another thing that you can do with picture-in-picture is if you go down here to your picture and right-click it, you can add a starting transition. Now this is only for ScreenFlow version 2.0, the newest version. The older version of ScreenFlow doesn't do the adding transitions. So I don't know what transition I just put. You can go ahead and you can change the transitions here by going to this little thing right here. So I think I'm going to do the cube. So if I press play, ScreenFlow just cubes in. And you can also go here and add an ending transition, which I'm going to make as a spin. So let's see what we have. So we press play, it cubes in, and then it keeps going, and then it just spins out. And so yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and cut that out of here. And so the final thing that I want to show you guys is how to add a watermark in your videos. Now adding a watermark is just having something that's floating around in the corner that basically just stays there throughout the whole video. So I'm going to go here into my media bin and add more media, and I'm going to add my little icon there. And you want to make this the top layer. And we also want to make it stretch out through the entire project. So as you see here, it's the top layer and it stretches out through the entire project. Now you can go here and change the scales, like you can change the opacity. I'm going to make my opacity a little lower like that, and we're also going to go ahead and add, we're also going to go ahead and add in a reflection. And I'm going to go ahead and just stick it down in the corner there. And then we have our watermark. So if we play through the entire project, the watermark will be down there. Now you can have your own watermark as whatever you want to, but I just don't really like a watermark. I keep mine plain and simple. And so once you have everything you've done, like once you have all your zoom in pans where you want to, once you have all your callouts, and once you have all of your picture-in-picture set, and as soon as you have your project just the way you like it, go ahead and export your project by just going up to File and then Export, and then you're done. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed these tips. These are just some quick tips on how to enhance your ScreenFlow videos. So anyway, thanks a lot for watching, guys, and I'll see you guys in the next video.